All right, good morning. It's me, Angie. This is take two. For some reason, it went into showing my picture instead of the scenery that I wanted y'all to see. This is Matt's backyard, fenced in. I'm here at this big house of theirs by myself. They all have gone to church, and James has run to Walmart to pick up a few things, and I'm here with Booker and Bella. Looks like somebody's trying to cut their grass over there on the other side of the fence. Welcome in, welcome in. This is the my Matt and Haley's backyard. They don't have a very big backyard, but y'all should see how big this subdivision is. I don't think I would enjoy living in a subdivision. Oh, there's a tractor over there above the. I don't know if y'all can see it. I'm here by myself, except with Booker and Bella. Haley and Matt and the girls have gone to church, and James ran to Walmart real quick. Y'all are not going to believe this, but my selfie stick broke. I've got to get me another selfie stick. I think I have another one at home. Oh, it was a hot one yesterday. It was hot. And that was it. I think we had a reservation at 5:30 at the restaurant where we were going to, and we left here about 10 minutes to 5. Oh, it was hot when we went out. Thank you for the like. Thank you. Yep, this is Matt's backyard. It's not much of one. I guess when you live in a subdivision, you don't have a lot of space. Why am I looking out the window? Well, I'm just sitting here, uh, this is my son's house that we came to visit in another state, and they have gone to church, and James has gone to get a few things from Walmart, and I'm just at the window looking out to see what's kind of meditating, really. And I decided to go live. I'm telling you, this subdivision, I don't think I'd live in a subdivision. Hello, just my Michelle, Shane, welcome in. Or Sean. There's a bird that landed. What kind of bird is that? Black and. Did y'all see that bird land on the fence? I don't know what. Oh, there it is. Black with red on it. Hello, baseball. Do you follow college baseball or professional baseball? A man's over there across the fence on his tractor, cutting his grass, I guess. No, you wouldn't. No, you would not prefer to see me. No, not this morning. I don't usually go on camera without having my makeup on and everything. There's Berkeley's little tee where she's practicing her softball skills. So yesterday was my birthday, and my son and daughter-in-law took me out to eat at a restaurant last night, which was really good. Food place, okay? Of course, James orders the steak, and I had just had a steak for Mother's Day, so I didn't really want steak. I love catfish. A lot of people do not like it because they say it's a bottom fish and they don't like it. It's a nasty fish. But anyway, so I ordered some catfish, hush puppies, a salad, and just things like that. They brought 18 pieces of filleted fish to me. Hey, Ellen, how are you? I was just talking about the food that they brought out in this restaurant when we went to eat last night. I thought they were bringing it to more than one person when they brought it to me. On this platter, because I ordered catfish, filleted catfish, and I like my catfish thin. So when they brought it out, I'm not kidding you all, there was 18 pieces of filleted catfish on that platter. And that was not including the salad, the mixed vegetables, the steamed vegetables they had. It was crazy. I know. Of course, we had we brought some home. We had a little doggy bag that we brought home. And then James got the steak, and it was so, oh my gosh, it was huge. It was just so much food. I looked at James and I said, I cannot eat all this. If I would have known, I would have said, bring me half an order, and that would have still been too much. A half an order would have been too much. And of course, we had to have an appetizer before we started. And by the time they brought the food, and oh no, you're not going to believe this. Here they come with the music and the people clapping their hands and a little hat and all that to sing happy birthday to me. Yep, and a little cake. Well, actually, it was cream brulee, which was really good. But I'm gonna tell you something. When I laid down last night, I had been up since 5:30 yesterday for us to make the trip. When I laid down to go to sleep last night, I literally thought I was just gonna die. I was so tired. I was exhausted. This is Matt's backyard. That man's over there on his tractor just to cut that grass. Yeah, she's the sweetest thing. She's so alert. She's 7 months old, but to be 7 months old, it was so funny because both sets of grandparents are here this weekend because of Berkeley's recital. And Berkeley and Livy's the only grandbabies on their side, on my daughter-in-law's side. And then, of course, we have Lincoln on our side, so they're just, we just dote all over them. They had both sets of grandparents here. So they've been going from one grandparent to the other to the next. Berkeley, she hadn't known how to act because she's had both of her. She calls her other set of grandparents Nana and Pawpaw, and she calls James and I Gigi and Pop. She was so excited because we were all here. But anyway, Livy woke up about 5:45 this morning, and she wasn't crying. She was just in her baby bed, just making noises and cooing and playing and all that. So James woke up and he said, "Wait, is that the baby?" I said, "Yeah, she's in there playing." What does he do? He gets up and goes in there. He couldn't stand it. He had to go in there. So he goes in there and changes her diaper and uh, gets her all cleaned up and brings her out. But I'm gonna tell you something. She is not. It's rare they get to see everyone together. Also, whenever, yeah, it is. But we're both the type of grandparents, her side and Matt's side, that whatever these girls, Berkeley and Livy, are involved in, both sets of grandparents will be there if all possible. That's just that's just the way it is. I enjoyed your video about the fish, Ellen. I enjoyed that video when you were cleaning out the algae. I have always wanted a goldfish pond. Always. And James was watching a video with me and he said, and that's exactly why we don't have one. When you were cleaning it out and it had all that green algae in it and everything, he said, and that's exactly why we don't have one. I said, I know, but I still would love to have one. Show y'all how big Matt's house is. Let me turn around. So I'm sitting at these three. This is the dining area, which we ate breakfast this morning. This is the kitchen. I swear there's a fish in there. It's so hard to keep it clean here with the heat. The UV light broke 2 years ago. The fish don't mind, but I do. This is their kitchen area. It's an open plan house. It's huge. It's a 4 bedroom, 3 bath house. They just built it. They hadn't been in here very long. They moved in January, I think. But I don't want to show the TV because it's got a popular little kids show. That's Berkeley and Livy's little play area that they have for them to play in. I wish my kids would have had something like that when they. That's a bedroom right there. That's the bathroom. Their bedroom's over there with the door open. I like the windows. The windows, and then those are the 3 windows where I was sitting, looking out the back. Love the kitchen. White with flat surface, open plan is the way to go, especially with, oh, I know. Oh, I would love for my house to be open like this, especially being in a wheelchair. I mean, with me being in a wheelchair here, it's like I can just move around real easy. But when we were coming in, which we've been here before a couple of times, but these houses are so close together. I would not want to live. I mean, for them, if this is the life they want and they want to live in a subdivision, I mean, I'm all happy for them. But oh no, I don't want to live this close to anybody. These houses are so close. It's just crazy. Let me go to the front door. I'm going to show y'all some. So, and they all look alike because you know how it is, the HOA. I wouldn't live under a HOA, them telling me what I could and couldn't have in my yard. But they seem to love it. Uh, they have a pool for the whole subdivision. They built a pool. But I want to show y'all out this front door. I want to show y'all something. Look at the houses, how close they are. Look at that. That's just crazy. I wouldn't live. I would not want to live that close to anybody. That little neighbor of theirs had their little child had a birthday party, and uh, Matt and Haley and Berkeley and Libby went to the birthday party. They got a happy birthday out in the yard. Yep, we took out walls and widened a few doorways. Elbow room is needed, even out of a wheelchair. Yes, we're about to change up our house and make it more handicap accessible. The reason we haven't is because we thought we were going to purchase some land and build a house, and nobody's wanting to sell land where we live. We've been looking for property for 7 years. Nobody wants to get rid of any land. You know, land, if they ever want to sell it, is for sale, not on sale. You know, they're not making any more land. So people, especially in our area, people try to come to our area because of the school, and it's hard to find property. And James, he wants at least 120 acres. I told him, I said, there's no sense in us buying something like that because in a few more years, you're not going to be able to take care of 120 acres. Because when he talks about 120 acres, he wants chickens, roosters, cows, uh, a couple of dogs, and he just wants to make a little mini farm out of it. But it would be all nice for about 5 years, and then what would we do? Wouldn't be able to manage it. We keep buying the acres around us to keep from having anyone near us. We started with 1 acre, and I know exactly what you're talking about because I don't know if you've heard me say, but I've got 3 houses around my little neighborhood that are empty. And I keep thinking, and I'm praying, Lord, please, please let good neighbors move in because it only takes one person to move in a neighborhood and they can disrupt the whole neighborhood if they don't, if they're just nasty, if they just are ugly and, vindictive. And I don't know who this is walking. Oh, he's blowing his driveway. But, I'm telling you, it can be bad if you get one bad neighbor. And see, we have been in our neighborhood. Well, we moved into our house when Matt was 3, and Matt will be 35 in December. But we had lived in that same neighborhood across the street that we had bought that lot. So we've actually been in that neighborhood the whole time we've been married. And I was really wanting that because I moved so much growing up. I mean, I should have been a professional mover because we moved so much from house to house to house to house. And so when we bought our house, I told James, I said, they'll take me out head first or feet first because I won't move again. I said, I want my children to say, this is where I grew up. This is the house I grew up in. When they get older and they go back home, they'll ride by that little house that we're living in now, and they'll say, that's the only house I ever knew was that right there. And they can honestly say that because they lived in that same house till they graduated high school. We had a neighborhood. We had a neighbor. He was living in a garage, no water, septic, electric, or windows. Got him arrested and removed for, oh my goodness. Funny you should say that, Ellen. I don't know if you were on my live when I was out in the yard the other day and I said, uh-oh, it's me, Angie's fixing to spill the tea. So my neighbor at the end of the dead end road that I live on, like goes down beside my house where you go to the driveway, I had no idea, but he's been arrested and he had a warrant in Arkansas. Hey, Dar, welcome in, honey bunny. I'm at my son's house in Louisiana, and this is his front door, and I'm showing it. But he got arrested in our little town, and then when they arrested him, they found out that he had a warrant in Arkansas. So what did they do? They sent him to Arkansas. I hope they don't send him back. But he got that house by default because his parents passed away, and he ended up with the house. But he never bothered us. He was so afraid of James, he would not even hardly come in our yard. And he would always say, "Yes, sir, Mr. James. Yes, Mr. James." I mean, he did not. He feared James for some reason. I don't know why. But oh yeah, Matt and Haley and the girls have gone to church. Dar, they left for church, and James left to go to Walmart. We're supposed to be going to our grandbaby's dance recital this afternoon, and I'm here at their house in Louisiana by myself. So I decided to go live while everybody was gone. Are you doing okay, Dar? Are you feeling better? It's the wild, wild west here. Dirt roads, no law in town. Lots of foolishness happens here. Neighbors like to shoot at each other and hide from the law out here. We're very remote. Oh, that sounds like it, Ellen. Ellen, you live in Arizona, you said? Oh, I'm so glad you're feeling better. Dar, you need to look on my about page and look and find my email. And you need to email me because I need your email. I looked on your about page and I didn't see your email. Do you and I wanted to send you an email. Oh, inhalers. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Dar. Yes, ma'am. The high desert of northwest Arizona, about an hour and a half from Las Vegas. Hey, Christina. I mean, Krista. Hi, I'm not good. I've been in and out of the mental hospital. Honey, what happened? Are you okay? I am so sorry to hear that. If I was around you, I'd give you a big hug. I'm sorry. Everybody could use a hug. This is the front of my. This is how close that these people live to each other in the subdivision that my son lives in. I do not want to live this close to anyone. Do you hear me? Oh, I'm so glad you're getting better. Hugs to you, Dar. It's so good to see you. I'm glad you came into my live. You have a nice day at church, honey bunny. Krista, how long was you in the hospital? Thank y'all for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. I'm going to stay on live till James gets back from Walmart. I'm supposed to be getting dressed while they're at church, but I'll stay on a little bit longer because they said they'd be home from church about 11. 11:30, and it's 9 Central. I'm on Central Time. Matt was brought up in a Baptist church, but Haley was brought up Church of Christ. I think Church of Christ, Church of God, Church of Christ, and that's where they attend church. A little small church here where they live. I was in the mental hospital for over a month this time, but I was in a mental hospital 5 times this year so far, and it's only May. Oh, darling, I'm so sorry that you're having so much trouble. I hope that they have gotten everything straightened out for you. I cannot stand to be in the hospital. You know, when I was back in the hospital in January, I don't know if y'all were following me back then, but I had fallen, and when the ambulance came to check on me, they said, "Look, we got to take you to the hospital. Your breathing's not good." So when I got to the hospital, unbeknownst to me, I had the flu and pneumonia. Two things that I had never had in my entire life. I had never had the flu and I had never had pneumonia. So I stayed in the hospital a week. And I do not like, I go to the doctor. I never dreamed I would have as many doctors as I do at my age. It's ridiculous. Before I was, before I was diagnosed with this autoimmune disease, all I had was a gynecologist. I never got sick, never was sick, never anything. Now I have a endocrinologist, a general practitioner, a neurologist, a heart doctor, um, a foot doctor, a podiatrist. Home health comes to my home. I mean, it's just crazy. At my age, that should not be happening. But I am thankful that I'm still alive. That's a plus. Krista, I'm gonna keep you in my prayers, honey. I'm gonna be praying for you. Haley and Matt's house is not uh 2 story. It doesn't have upstairs. Which when they went to building this house, I said, please tell me y'all are not building an upstairs home. To me, that's just wasted space. Because I understand the girls are small now, and being upstairs would probably be something nice for them growing up. I mean, but they're not going to be here forever. And then once they move out, it's all that space up there. It's just wasted space. And there's no way that I will be able to climb stairs when I come to visit, to sleep upstairs. Unless they have one of those little electric seats that I can just sit in and go upstairs, but there's no way I could go upstairs. I cannot climb 2 steps, much less ever how many it is to go upstairs. I cannot believe that my selfie stick broke. It was so weird because I left it in the car when we got here. Dash and Dash and M. Oh, I would butcher that. I'm just trying my luck. Still have to get my hair cut, but I'm sure the weather is nice for good. Hey, Sis Judy May, welcome in. Welcome in, Dash. This is the front door of my son's residence. Uh, and I was trying to show everybody how close everybody lived. I would not want to live in a subdivision. But Haley and Matt seem to be pretty happy about it. The little girl across the street had a birthday. I don't know if y'all can see that happy birthday sign in the yard. Oh, I did, Judy May. Oh, the food. They brought me 18 pieces of catfish when they brought my main course that I was going to eat. Which before then, of course, I had a side salad, um, stewed steamed vegetables, and of course, we had to get an appetizer. I had no idea they were going to bring that much fish when it came back, time for me to eat my main meal, or I wouldn't have ate any of the appetizer. They brought that platter of fish out. I thought they were trying to feed the whole entire table. I looked at James and I said, "What in the world?" He looked at me and just kind of laughed. And I'm thinking, this cannot be just for me. No way. You get your money's worth when you go to that restaurant. But anyway, at the end, they came out singing Happy Birthday with a candle, and everybody in the restaurant started singing Happy Birthday. And they had this big, huge hat that you wear, like they do at restaurants. I know I turned 10 shades of red. I had cream brulee for, they had a little candle in it. I chose my dessert, but when I was picking out the dessert, which, Matt and them had this all planned. What kind of dessert you want, Mom? And I said, I don't know, let me look. So I picked that out. They had a little candle in it. They lit the candle. Judy May, my children got me Rod Stewart concert tickets for my birthday. Rod Stewart. I could not believe it. He's coming to my area in August, and he's coming to Brandon, Mississippi. From the time that James and I have been married, I have said over the years, if Rod Stewart comes to anywhere close to where I am going to see him in concert. So about a month ago, I found out that he was coming to Mississippi and close to me, and I had mentioned it to Taylor. I said, Taylor, Rod Stewart is coming to Brandon. I have always said that I wanted to go see him, but I will probably never get to go now because I'm being in a wheelchair. I just figured I wouldn't be able to go. And um, when they surprised me with those tickets, I almost started crying. I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe y'all did this. This is awesome. Hello, the Bud Files. Welcome in. Y'all, he is 80 years old. Can y'all believe that he is 80? 80. Rod Stewart is 80. He better not let anything happen to him from now to August, which I don't want anything to happen to him after August, but he better keep himself healthy to August. But Matt said he talked to the people at the place where he's going to be doing the concert, and told them that I was handicapped. I was in a wheelchair, and how would that work? And they told him to tell me to get there early, find one of the ushers, and the usher would take me to the place where people that are in wheelchairs and everything sit during the concert. But Matt said they were sold out. He is one of the greats. Oh, y'all cannot. I cannot remember the last concert I went to. I was trying to remember last night when they surprised me with the concert tickets. James and I were trying to remember the last concert that we went to, and it had to be a country music singer, because back when James and I were dating, it was all about country music. And it had to be either Hank Williams Jr., uh, Dwight Yoakam, Ronnie Milsap, somebody like that. Um, Charlie Daniels Band, Vern Gosdin. That's all the country concerts I've ever been to. I don't, I honestly don't remember ever going to a rock concert. It was always country music that I went to. Have y'all ever been to a rock concert? Who did y'all go see if y'all went to a rock concert? Thank y'all for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. Anyway, when I was telling y'all about my selfie stick, I go out to the car to get in it to go and eat. I pick it up and it's broken. The stick is broken, but James had picked it up and put it on the dash of the car. And I said, James, did you break my selfie stick? No, when I put it up there, it wasn't broke. It's like, okay. I seen Ozzy Osbourne, Blossom Music Center about 5 minutes. Oh, you saw Ozzy? Oh, Jeannie Mae, I bet that was awesome. Hey, Tammy, how are you? Welcome in. Jeannie, I bet you and I could rock a concert together, girl. I bet we could rock it. You know we would. Because you and I are the same generation. Now, I can only speak of my generation, so when I say this, don't everybody jump off my live at once. But I think the Gen X's are the greatest uh, generation there is. We Gen Xers, we are tough. Gen Xers are awesome. It was the first rock concert I was ever at. It was amazing. Oh, did somebody come in? Oh, hey, Robert. Yeah, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. I'm glad you're doing good, Tammy. I'm at my son's in Louisiana and everybody's gone. James has run to Walmart to pick up a few things. The My son and daughter-in-law and the grandbaby girls have gone to church, and I'm supposed to be getting dressed before they get back because Berkeley has her dance recital at 4 this afternoon. Can y'all, Judy Mae, can you believe she's going to be 5 in December? I turned 58 years old yesterday, Krista. 58 years old. You're 42? Oh. Tammy, I'm sorry to ask this, but were you the same Tammy that was in the Scrap Dog chat last night? So Berkeley was excited that she got to spend her birthday with her Gigi. So she asked me how old I was. Berkeley did. I said, thank you, Krista. I said, all right, now look at Gigi. I want you to listen to what I'm about to say. So she's looking at me real close. I said, this is a big number now. Gigi's going to tell you how old she is, but it's a big number. And she's looking at me real serious. And I said, your Gigi is 58 years old. You should have seen her eyes. Her eyes got so big, like, whoa, 58. It was so funny. Because I can remember as a child when someone older would tell me their age, and I would just think, oh my goodness, that's old. But you know, in my mind, I don't feel 58. I know, I seen the video yesterday when Doc James was feeding the baby. It's hard to believe it's been 5 years already. I know it. Hey, Larry. Oh, this is my son's subdivision. We come to Louisiana to visit him this weekend, and I was showing everybody how close these people live together. I would not want to live this close to anybody at all. Uh oh, somebody's out on their golf cart. They put a pool in here at the subdivision, and the pool opened up. It's only open on the weekends now because school's still going on. But the